But that's one of the portraits.
Get to come in here and actually work in peace.
Yeah.
No crying babies.
Nah.
Good kids. For real. Crazy.
Additional cashier to the front. Additional cashier to the front.
Are you making a cartoon?
Yeah, this is from this comic book company we formed like back in '07 for Deep Studios.
Mm-hmm.
And one of our partners became ill and passed away. And in memory of, I was thinking about bringing this character to life.
let me
So-
see that again. Go back. Oh, that's
This
it.
is the original. His original website.
Uh-huh.
This had their own stories. That was his, and that
Oh.
was pretty much did with it, really.
Mm-hmm. I know one who does the other one.
So,
So you made his mouth move?
yeah, I went in and took the same texture and put in the A, E, I, O, U, and all the other movements you make with your mouth.
You drew them out?
Yeah, I drew them out, cut and paste the chin so you move with the mouth.
What?
And right now it's ready for audio tracking, so I can drop in any audio tracking and as a layer, and it will pick up, it will place the mouth movement automatically.
Okay.
A lot of work.
No. No?
No, because these layers here, these are the mouths, and that's all I did with it, really. It's more like cut and pasting, and everything else will come automatically. But as far as making something move, it's... This is a flash, this is different. It's 2D.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. A lot of 2D animation films were talking about that one.
It's pretty good.
I figured it was either Flash or 2D we were using. Let me see.
Okay. What's up, brother? Look at
I had to use them all.
Put that shit on silent.
I thought I did.
It's all right. Come on in, have a seat. We got a couple chairs over here. Oh, really? Oh, man. You're not a real artist. You want somebody to let you borrow a black book? There you go. Yeah, we everybody's drawing right now, and then we're about to introduce ourselves, each other. People introduce themselves, and then talk about the business. Mm-hmm. They got a couple of cheap books out there if you want to find one. Or you're good. Out there in the store.
Yeah, no way. No, I got 2, 3 brand new ones.
Yeah, at home I got like 15 of them. 20 books.
I got a new friend coming too. I want to meet you guys.
Oh, yeah? What? The skull? Yeah, I've been saying it the whole time. You notice it? That's my model right now. I'm drawing the skull.
Ever been here to hold them before you got here?
Yeah, it goes up. It sits up there. So I took it down so I could draw it.
It's crazy. Fuck this guy. Let's go.
Yeah. So I want everybody to clear their throats. And before we begin, I'm going to give you a couple announcements. Let's see, start with the website. The website is www.tbbcatl.com. There'll be a quiz about this later, so make sure you write it down. And say it again. TBB, the letter C, ATL.com.
Black Book Conversations.
That's right. The Black Book Conversations, ATL.com. And I want to point that out because I regularly update it with events. A lot of them are free. Some of them are demo classes and workshops where you can come and learn new skills or sharpen your skills, or just come out and see what's going on and what other artists are doing. And if you're an expert on something and you like to give classes, Binders, this place here, Binders Art Store, this part is the school part, Binders Art School. Binders, yeah, Art School. They was looking for artists who want to come and share some of their knowledge, and you could charge for some of those classes, depending on what the demand is. But I always post information on the website, so if you're interested, if you want to stay up on it, do that. You can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram, TBBCATL, same way. And I always post pictures of what's going on, announcements, and if you look at the website, it has a clear schedule of what we're doing in the next couple of months, including a Photoshop demo that I'm doing on Saturday here in this room. So if you want to ask a couple questions about Photoshop, you can come through on Saturday, bring your laptop, and we'll discuss it for a couple hours. And then there's a full workshop for Photoshop later on in February. Black Book Conversations is third Monday of the month, every month this year. And the subjects will be decided by you. Those of you who come and have questions and have requests on information and resources, that I can go out there and look for them, look for the people who know that have the knowledge, look for the links and places where we can get more information on how to get to where you want to get to in your art career. So keep that in mind. Even when you interact with us online, make sure if you have questions, always post them. On February 22nd, I'm going to be at the library in downtown Atlanta, and we're going to talk to teen artists. And so this is a free thing. If you have children who are teenagers and want to bring them out, do that. And if you're interested in coming out to talking to teens, there's information on the website for you to get in touch with Andeye Reeves, and she is the one in charge of activities at the Atlanta Fulton County Public Library. And they're trying to come up with activities and classes, workshops, anything to get kids interested in art or give them a little guidance. And you might find somebody who really just needs a quick push, a little push to get them started on that career. Let's see what else. Yep, so just check out the site. I got all kinds of things going on. A lot of them are free. Some of them you have to pay for. But they're all geared towards working on your art career, and we're going to introduce ourselves in a minute, and you'll hear from a couple people here who that's what they do. They get paid to be artists. I didn't know that you could do that when I was a kid growing up. You know, I like drawing. That was it. I didn't know people would pay you for that. That's crazy. But I think that's great. But it just takes a while to get to the knowledge. Along with that, there's a conference called Artist King. We do that in November. So at the end of this year, October will be the last Black Book Conversations, because in November we do Artist King. In December we don't have a Black Book Conversations because it's the holidays. And then right now we're taking applications for artists who are serious about their career and want to put together their business plan, their bios, all their information and portfolio under the guidance of an art lawyer. Her name is Deborah Gonzalez. She is an attorney. She is an intellectual property and art attorney. So her job, we met with her, my wife and I. She's back there, looking at me. Hello. And we met with her today because I'm going to tell you a whole bunch of stuff I'm working on when I get to introduce myself. But I met with her today. We met with her today because she is our attorney and working with us on a lot of projects that we got going on. And so that's what she does. She works with artists, and she does do free lectures here at Binders every few months. So just check the schedule. They got a schedule book out there that you can take with you. All that trademark, copyrights, and that's what we discussed about my stuff today. Yeah. So it's very important that you have someone who's knowledgeable to guide you through that. And this is this program that we have that starts in April, and it's under her guidance, and it's so cheap. Okay, so if you want to meet, here's how cheap it is. If you want to meet with a lawyer, $350 or so, right, per hour, 1 hour, and there's no guarantee that it's going to take you 1 hour to get it done. But during this class, she is in charge of the class, and she's the one doing the lectures. You're the ones talking to her, and you're asking her all the questions, and she's going to ask you questions, and y'all going to answer each other, and have everything works together, right? For 6 months straight, twice a month, 3 hours each time. All right, add that up. How much would that have to cost you? You know, so but the course is only $60 a month. That's crazy. This is for what you're going to get is nothing. And I think one of our goals with this is that we want to help the art community. And the way we see it is, the better you get at your art business, the less people will have looking for the cheap artists to get the job that they need done, and it'll come out half-assed. Okay, so if we work on it together, and if we all help each other become professionals and handle our business like professionals, you'll start seeing people in general looking at artists as a real industry and as a true professional. But we have to carry ourselves that way, and we have to have the professional answers and the professional practices so that we can get that respect and earn what we're supposed to earn. That's the whole point. That's it. We don't own any of your art. We're not trying to get you to buy no multi-level marketing scheme here. Nothing. No. It's for real. And she's really serious about that. And my wife and I are big beneficiaries of her sharing. And we want to make sure that other artists get that too. All right, so those are my announcements. The Black Book Conversations, Tbbcatl.com. And we got Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, etc. I'm going to start off and let everybody introduce themselves. Take us as long or as short as you want. We ain't in no rush until they kick us out of here tonight, okay? All right? Yeah? We okay? All right, so we're going to start on this side and take it all the way around.
How's it going? My name's Adrian Daly. Technician by day, artist, animator, designer by night. Working this year, put more effort into switching the role. And that's about it.
Okay. My name is Lisa Keach. I'm from New York. I just moved down in August. Going through a divorce, but it's a good thing because my career had been retail for a really, really long time where I ran businesses. And as a result of my second opportunity, I actually walked away from a really amazing job and decided to follow my heart with art. Nobody ever encouraged me to do art as a child. And that's really the only thing that's making me happy. Primarily, I'm a sculptor and customizer. 2D is my weakness, and something I'm going to be working on this year. It's a lot more painting and maybe a lot more original sculptures. But my artist name is Blazing Brick House. So you'll find me. I can give you some cards if you want, but I'm doing this full time. I'm trying to do this full time, and I'm struggling. I'm struggling. Like, I'm ready to find a part-time job because I can't survive, and I'm in the middle of a trademark, and I'm already incorporated with the name, and I'm really just trying to revolve around passion as a brand, and individuals finding that passion and really taking that risk and following their heart, which is kind of what I've done, and all the craziness. But I have no regrets because I've actually authored a book. I'm a writer and a poet as well, and so it's all about art for me, and I'm just going to run with it and see where it takes me. No regrets.
She said it all.
That's right.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Well, thanks, Liz. Let me follow up with that. My name is Amy. I'm Vice President of Administration at a big finance company, and I have a Bachelor of Fine Arts from Syracuse University. Go figure. So it's kind of hard to leave a job that has all the income. I'm a hyper-realistic artist, drawer. I have a computer graphics degree, but I didn't do anything in it, so I really don't have any of that knowledge anymore. I mean, that knowledge is full. You know, computers forget it, it's gone. But I've gotten a couple of commissions. It's more portraiture and things of that nature that I've done, and that I lean more towards. I've tried to do caricatures. I can't do any of that stuff. I can't even do abstract, because as soon as it's abstract, it starts turning into something that looks like something.
Mm-hmm.
So I just, I figured, I've tried for years to say, okay, well, God, I've got to stretch myself and get out there. The heck with it. I'm tired of spending all of my time trying to do something that's just not me, So this year I've decided, 2014, I'm really serious about getting a business plan, getting together what I need to do this, because there are people out there doing portraiture and doing pet portraits or anything hyper-realistic, from landscapes to anything. So instead of me trying to be more abstract, I'm just going to go with what I do well and try to figure out how do I make a career out of this. I know I'm not going to duplicate my income, so I want to see how can I do this part-time enough that it gets to that tipping point, hopefully quickly, that I can tip and kill the job and do this. So that's where we're at.
All right.
My name is Eddie Platt. I am a student of the arts, literally. I do have a full-time job serving in restaurants and stuff like that to fund my career as an artist. I've been at the Art Institute for the last 4 years. I will be graduating this upcoming March. I should have actually graduated 6 months ago, but I've gone through 2 major eye surgeries over the last 4 months. Got out of a relationship, a 4-year relationship. It's not marriage, but close. But got out of a 4-year relationship and decided that I want to transform my entire life based off of the building blocks and the tools that I've been given up until this point. I have a lot of different skills in the arts, but they're not mastered. I'd say probably the most mastered skills would be me being a traditional illustrator. I do drawing, painting. I practice a lot with inking, comic book inking especially. I do a lot of character art. I've gone to school for 3D art, actually. So I have played around with digital sculpting quite a bit and getting into that. And I plan on utilizing digital sculpting to help build my 3D art career and to take that into either the gaming industry or to be freelance and do digital advertisements and stuff like that. You'd be very surprised how much you see on TV that's actually digital. It's not made with real people. They build that stuff all online. It's crazy. So I have been doing this juggle over the last few months of revisiting my 2D roots in order to help build my 3D because it's actually very necessary to do that. I've been going back to Apache and doing figure drawing down in Apache on Mondays, which is very, very good to do that actually. It's $5 just to get in, and you can photograph, you can paint, all kinds of stuff. It's pretty cool. Meet a lot of other artists and stuff like that. I plan on again growing my 2D stuff and then growing my 3D stuff at the same time. And hopes to make this a part-time thing by the end of the year. To the point where eventually over the years I could tip this into full-time and be a full-time artist. I know that if I stay in Atlanta, freelancing is probably going to be the best thing to go as far as the skill set that I have. A lot of 3D jobs, even if you get a full-time job, might be temporary as far as a year, 2 years, until the project is finished and then you're off and you're doing something else. So I want to get into the mindset of being freelance and constantly looking for work so that I don't fall into some of the issues that some of my friends who graduated with me had, where they would get a job, be at a company for X amount of years and then have to get another job. Or they're not even finding work in Atlanta because they're too limited in what they want to do. My 3D sculpting ranges from characters to hard surface design. I actually know a little bit of 3D animation, not much 2D animation. I actually want to get into that eventually. But it's a whole new ball game getting into 3D stuff, a whole new ball game. So it's like I could spend hours, and actually over the last few years, I have spent hours just learning the tools, not even really visiting my craft and building up my skills. It's like the first time that I've been hardcore in my sketchbook and drawing in the last 3 years, just because I've been playing the game of being a student at school the entire time. So it's a lot of stuff to take in and to learn. So I'm happy to be able to come back out. This is the first Black Book meeting I've been in 2 years. I think the last one that I was there, you were actually doing, you were one of the 3 artists they had actually doing, speaking on being a professional artist. That was the last one that I was at. During that time, yeah, I was at the same one. I was, at the time, I was working on a commission for a comic book at the time. I'm done with that, and I'm trying to pick up more commissions to get back into getting side jobs and getting back into the habit of working on a consistent basis, because I know that once I graduate, my time is freed up. It's already freed up a lot, just based off of things that have already happened over the last 4 months. So I'm trying to build out with as much art as I can and get back into being constant professional in what I do. All right.
Cool.
No. At the end, we like that.
My name is Tila Hubbard. I'm currently a full-time starting artist, like literally brand new. But I actually quit a job maybe a few months ago that I really hated.
Congratulations.
Yeah. I couldn't take it anymore. And I'm like, I'm 30 years old. Well, I was going to be 30. I'm 30 now. But I was like, I know what I want to do. But I know I keep going back to these jobs and security. I'm not really making that much money anyway. And I'm stressed out. I'm angry. I don't have time for my artwork, which is what I want to do. And I had to make a decision. So now my focus is trying to pursue art full time, and for me it's either do or die. So that's where I'm at right now.
My name is Andre Mace. I'm from Chicago. I just moved down here a year ago, and I was in the AP art in high school essentially, and I've always been drawn since a kid, boarding class, drawing, sketching, and I either had the choice of going to art school or going to business school at DePaul in Chicago, and I went the business route because I was scared the whole art thing wouldn't work out, I would be broke, all that stuff. So now that I'm done with college and I'm working in management right now, I want to get back to the artwork and get back to the people who are involved in the whole community and work with people like Tella. I found her through a friend, and we're trying to work together and make it all work essentially, and start a business out of it too. So we're trying to have force in numbers and team up with people and make it happen.
Nice. Nice.
Antroy. My name is Antroy. I'm a starving artist. I have a background. I have a degree in fashion design. Got that degree back in 2000, and I worked in fashion maybe up to about 03 or something like that. Got burned out. Got out of that and went to the streets with it. Got some trouble. Got out, started a towing service. And got into trouble again, lost my towing service, and it was like, I mean, my escape now and my source of income. I'm trying to make it an income, a steady income. I made a couple dollars a month, but here, and you probably see me out there here and there. I did like 2 shows last year, working on a few this year. So, and you basically see my life with my art.
My name is Mike Ames. I'm starving, but not an artist. That was not born with any artistic talent. The genes in our family went, the artistic genes in our family went to the others. But what I am in the middle of is reinventing myself for the 3rd or 4th time now, after several different careers, some success and others. At this time it's to follow my passion. And a few years back, I finally figured out what that was, and it's really helping other people realize their potential, creating an environment, helping them as a coach. When I moved back to Atlanta about a year ago, I established my coaching practice, business coaching practice called the Biz Garage. It's focused more towards business, but it's more what I really enjoy more is working with the individual and focusing on helping them develop the mindset and good habits to really tap into their passions and realize the potential. Gotten to know Daniel, and I'm always fascinated by art because I can't really do it, although I shouldn't say I can't. I really have never given it a try, but I'm just fascinated by what people can do with their hands and brains. So just want to come down and poke in here, be curious, see what's up, see if there's a way for me to help. A lot of good stuff. I'm impressed.
Yeah. All right. Can I go last?
You want to go last? Look at you. Lord have mercy.
You got a lot to say.
Something to say to everybody.
You got a lot to say.
All right, go ahead. Phyllis.
Okay. Well, you say Phyllis, I feel like I'm in trouble. But my name is Phil for short, and I go by different artist names. It could be Phil, it could be Adair, and I have the starving artist story. But okay, first of all, art is my passion. I've been doing it naturally since I was 3 years old. My everyday job that I pay bills is I'm a barber and natural hair. Third, I'm a poet. I express myself. But I wanted to say I got all these artistic gifts, but my story goes back to the 9/11. I was working corporate. And I used to sit in my cubicle looking at that clock. Oh, Lord, there's got to be something else. And I drew lines for engineers. That was simple stuff. But I didn't know anything about engineering, but I knew how to draw those lines perfect. So I was in a 3-car accident. That was right before the 9/11. And I consider I was raptured up out of that situation. So I was off work for 6 months, went back, and I had my job. So I was depressed. And but meanwhile, let me back up. When I was at that 9-to-5 job, I learned how to be an octopus or juggler, meaning on my lunch break, I was in my car or at my place working on art because it was just in my blood. Or, when I would get off work, that's what I was doing. So in the meantime, instead of taking leisure trips, I invested in myself being a barber. And before you know it, that's what I fell on once I left the gas. But I had lost use of my hand and my leg. So I was, all these crazy.
Still nothing wrong with you now. Look at you go.
No, I talked to him. But I was on the comeback because I didn't care if I had to peck that computer or whatever I had to do. I was, determined. So, okay, I moved to Atlanta to teach art. I could not deal with the public school system because I felt it confined. And sometimes I wish I didn't go to college because I felt like it subtracted from my natural ability. All right, so let me try to move on. I looked up along the way to meet Daniel, who has given me my biggest break in Atlanta in the circle of every kind of artist you could ever think of. And I explored many different things. I never thought I'd be painting bodies, but he asked me would I like to do it, and I did. I've met a lot of great people. I may not have made $1 million, but I enjoy what I do, and I understand where everybody's coming from over here. So, ideally, if you could juggle all your artistic gifts and make some gas money, own money, you right. You might get a big old break. Like this guy here. I remember you too.
I get mean when I talk to you. That's why I hear everybody first.
So, that's my story. And keep coming to these meetings and you evolve. I'm serious because Danny was really
I don't like it.
Hey, Chris.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Chris Jones, and I'm originally from Tennessee. I've been drawing as long as I can remember. I went to school and studied graphic design and business. I worked in corporate America for about 3 years, but I found what I feel most alive is when I'm doing art. I left my job back in Tennessee and found a new opportunity in Atlanta. I've been here for about 1.5 years. And over the past year, I have been really trying to just soak up as much knowledge from the art community. I was fortunate to be able to attend Artist King and come to some of Dan's other events. And so this year I'm trying to focus on taking steps to make art my full-time thing. I'm grateful to have a full-time career, but ultimately I want to do what I'm most passionate about.
Peace, everybody. My name is Corey Oates. I'm a doodler. I do tattoos by day. I also pickle. I also bounce. I also do catering. I also hang art. I also move furniture. I'm a grunt laborist by trade. I've been in an art community for 2 years now because I was doing everything else, but then wifey said I could. So I started 2 years. I've just been trying to get ungreen about the art community and everything, and 2014 is just going to be my focus on getting everything together. I just got one of those squares, so I can get paid for painting. Learning vector. Just now, I'm mostly just a doodler. You know, I do visual arts, characters, graffiti as a kid. Got tired of running from the police, so I stopped doing graffiti. Now I just tag people's skin. You know, I hustle. I know I got to get money and got to pay bills, but my main focus is being a full-time artist, whether it's digital design, tattooing, painting, sculpting, whatever medium is available that I'm feeling that day, I'm going to do it. So it's nice to meet all of you.
Cool. Hello, everyone. I'm Justin Anderson, also known as Artist 53. Been running around since 2004, right out of college. Met this guy here, and you know, he's been my mentor ever since. I'm an artist, illustrator, graphic designer. Mainstay is illustration and also logo design. I make my own shirts. It's one type of source of income that I would like to push and make successful in the art business. As far as the school, the classes that he mentioned earlier during the first part of the session, you know, I was a part of the first class of that. It's very beneficial. I learned more than I would ever know from anyone, you know, from college or anything that they teach you in college, or, you know, just knowledge of gaining from yourself. And it's very beneficial learning from an attorney who can, you know, help mold what you want to do and put you in the direction that you would want to go. I definitely have a plan this year. I've already touched on a few points and goals that I set forth for myself in 2013. I'm going to have a solo show in July. Definitely want to, you know, keep more focus on my career, and you know, hopefully, you know, give you guys some advice and, you know, learn from each other and work with one another, and, you know, just keep pushing forward with this art life. So. Yeah.
My name is Patrick Abdul. I'm an artist. I'm also an actor. I'm also bouncing clubs and whatnot. And my goal this year is to try to figure out how to make art for profit.
Cool. So do you want to talk, Neil, or do you want to, when you say you want to go last, you want to go last at the end of the session?
No, I can talk now. I can talk
You sure?
now. Hello, my name is Neil Hamilton. No, I'm just kidding. Owner of Paint Out Loud LLC. I've been in this business for 40-something years probably, and I've always made a living doing what I love to do. I mean, I retired, semi-retired. I was a chief photographer for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland for 10 years. I mean, I had good. I was making $250 an hour to tour with every major band in the world as a photographer. I mean, that was just a secondary thing. I was always an artist. And before that, I ran my own commercial art firm with employees and stuff called Live Wire Studios. So I've always had the passion. Now, the one thing, don't get mad at me, everybody. I wanted everybody to go first for a reason. I actually heard everybody in this room, there was no conviction in anybody's voice or spirit. Almost half the room said, try. The older would say, there's no such thing as try, either do or do not. And that's the one thing I wanted to say. I heard nothing but broken stories here. And that bothers me. And that's probably what keeps the art world where it is, because there is a consciousness out there that the words, as soon as you say the word art, it could be your relatives, it could be anybody. They say, oh, you're a starving artist. Comes right after. So we have created this illusion that art, you're going to starve. Well, I don't starve. I work for all the major music celebrities in the world. I'm getting ready to do Prince's and Janelle's portrait for the Essence Award show down in New Orleans. Because I believe. And that's what everybody has to get to here. I don't want to hear any more stories. You know, I know we all have them. I had a lot of terrible stories too. And I hold a record for being in the office in trouble when I was in school. I was always in trouble. But that's part of it, you know. But if you really want to be in this world of art, first of all, it's a calling. You're called to do this. So it's not, like you said, weird things will start to happen to you. You will leave cities, you will leave relationships, you will do strange things because you got a calling. And if you have that calling, now you're charged to do something about it. Instead of, making up excuses or saying how hard it is. I know it's hard. But if you believe, see, it's a spiritual consciousness you have to get to in art. Once you learn where that zone is and how to hover above the world vibration, then you start to attract the natural stuff that makes it work. If you don't know that, it's not going to work. And I'm open to talk to anybody about anything, because I'll get real serious about this, because I've traveled the world. I've been around a lot of major, great artists, and the ones that are successful have the same mindset. They don't believe in failure. They don't believe in starving. They don't believe in nothing. They believe they know they're going to make it, and that's all that counts. That's all I'm going to say right now.
Hey, that's good. That's
good.
The
real thing.
Thank you, sir.
I welcome anybody to ask me anytime. I got cards passed out to talk to me about real stuff, because I've been around it. And I've been around every major music star. I've seen the best, and they had told me their stories. What's that? Absolutely. That's what we're here for.
The industry of trying to get into character art as far as 3D and games, as I've been told, one of the hardest things to do. And you were mentioning, like, you drop jobs left and right up and down. It's all about, being able to